Before we begin, make sure to hit that subscribe button if you have even the slightest interest in rare coins, history, or investments you can hold in your hand. Trust me, what you're about to hear could literally change the way you look at that old drawer full of coins. Now, imagine this. You're cleaning out an old wooden box that's been sitting in the garage for decades. Dust, cobwebs, maybe even a few memories tucked away in the corners. Inside, among the old tools and fading family photos, something shiny catches your eye. It's not gold. It's not silver. But it feels heavy, solid, important. You turn it over. It says 1966. 50 cents. And just below that, you see it. South Africa. Now stop right there. Most people would look at a coin like that and think, pocket change. But what if I told you that this very coin, yes, this humble, often overlooked piece of metal from 1966, is today commanding the attention of collectors, investors, and auction houses worldwide? This isn't just about silver content or age. This is about history. This is about rarity. And this is about the perfect storm that makes one piece of metal worth more than a luxury sports car, more than a down payment on a mansion, even more than a lifetime of savings for some. Let's step back in time. Just for a moment. South Africa. The world was in the grip of change. The Cold War, global tensions, economic shifts. And in South Africa, the apartheid regime was in full force, a period marked by deep division, political strife, and intense control over every aspect of life. But amidst all that, the South African Mint quietly struck a limited number of 50-cent coins. These weren't just slapped together on a factory floor. No, these coins were minted with incredible detail. The obverse side features the profile of Jan van Riebeeck, the Dutch colonist often considered the founding father of Cape Town, a figure tied deeply to South Africa's colonial past, and a controversial one at that. His image alone speaks volumes about the time this coin was born into. Flip it over, and you'll see the South African coat of arms, a design that has evolved, sure, but in 1966 represented power, authority, and a deeply rooted sense of national identity. Now, here's where it gets interesting. Unlike the coins we use today, thin, mass-produced, and almost weightless in your hand, this coin has presence. It's solid. It's made from 80% silver. That means even its metal value alone already makes it more valuable than any coin you'll get in your change jar today. But the real value? That lies in the story, the rarity, the almost mythic reputation it has earned among serious collectors. You see, over the years, many of these coins were lost, melted down, damaged, forgotten. Some were kept, yes, but most were never preserved in mint condition. And that's the key. Mint condition. A coin like this, preserved, untouched by time, still gleaming like the day it was struck, that is the unicorn of coin collecting. But it doesn't stop there. Because what pushes this coin into the stratosphere of value isn't just its silver, or its age, or even its political symbolism. It's what we call the perfect specimen. Every now and then, just once in a blue moon, a coin survives with such pristine detail, such flawless design, such perfect preservation, it becomes legendary. The kind of coin that gets passed around at private auctions, whispered about in collector circles, and fought over in million-dollar bidding wars. And yes, one such 1966 South African 50-cent coin recently made headlines. Held in perfect condition, certified, graded, and locked away until the right buyer came along. And when it did, $2 million. $2 million. For one coin. Now I can already hear the doubts. $2 million for a coin? Really? Yes. Really. Because in the world of rare collectibles, rarity plus condition plus history equals value. And this coin ticks all three boxes. You're not just buying metal. You're buying a frozen moment in time. A political artifact. A cultural statement. A story captured in silver. That's what serious collectors are after, and they're willing to pay dearly for it. And the truth is, there could be more out there, sitting in old drawers, stashed in boxes and attics, forgotten in albums your grandfather once kept, coins that people walk past every day, not realizing they're looking at a potential fortune. This isn't about hype. It's not about fairy tales. It's about knowing what you have before it's too late. Because every year, more of these coins disappear. Damaged, cleaned improperly, lost forever. The number of flawless specimens keeps dropping, and the value of the remaining few? It only goes one way, up. Now, if you're watching this and thinking, I might have something like that, don't let that thought slip away. Don't let that old coin sit for another decade collecting dust. Get it checked. Get it graded. Because you might be holding history. And not just history, but a small fortune. Coins like this don't just carry weight in grams. They carry the weight of a nation's past, a world that has changed. And they remind us that sometimes the most ordinary-looking things are hiding extraordinary secrets. So, before you throw that old coin jar into the donation pile, take a second look. You might just have a piece of metal worth more than most people's life savings. And now, as promised, the value. That 1966 South African 50-cent coin, in pristine, certified, collector-grade condition, recently sold for a jaw-dropping $2 million. That's right, $2 million. Still think it's just pocket change? Don't forget to subscribe for more deep dives into rare finds, collectibles, and untold stories behind objects you might already own. Because next time, it could be your coin we're talking about. Before we begin, take a second to subscribe if you enjoy discovering rare coins, hidden treasures, and the stories behind the currency that might be sitting unnoticed in your drawer. Now let's dive into something truly fascinating. Something that could be lying in your pocket change or forgotten in an old box, yet hold a surprising value few expect. There's something deeply nostalgic about holding a coin in your hand, especially when it comes from a time that seems not so far in the past, yet carries a history most people overlook. Let's take a moment today to talk about a coin that's flown under the radar for many years. A small piece of metal, just 50 cents in face value, yet more valuable than gold to the right collector. We're talking about the 2008 50-cent coin from South Africa. Now, if you've ever traveled, lived abroad, or collected coins over the years, you might know that South Africa has a rich tradition in coin minting. From the famous Krugerrands to their unique wildlife series, South African coins are known for their detailed design, strong symbolism, and limited mintage. But the 2008 50-cent coin, at first glance, doesn't scream rarity. That's part of what makes it so fascinating. It's easy to dismiss. It's small, it's bronze-plated steel, and frankly, it looks like millions of others in circulation. But that's exactly what makes this story worth telling. Because behind its ordinary appearance lies a secret known only to a few collectors who understand the coin's unusual journey and its incredible value today. Imagine this. You're sorting through some coins, maybe clearing out a drawer or flipping through a childhood coin album, and you come across a South African coin from 2008. You turn it over. The South African coat of arms is on one side, as expected, and on the reverse, a beautiful image of the Strelitzia reginae, better known as the bird of paradise flower. It's a symbol of beauty, uniqueness, and strength, fitting, considering what this coin represents. Now let's step back and understand why this specific year and denomination matter. The 2008 50-cent coin wasn't minted in large quantities. In fact, for reasons not officially published, the mintage was significantly lower than surrounding years. This already puts it in a more exclusive category. But it's not just the low mintage. It's the minting anomalies and variations found in that year's batch that elevated it into a realm of true collectability. Collectors started to notice something odd. A very small batch of these coins had a misalignment during the strike. Others had slight off-centering or unusual edge markings. These weren't immediately obvious. You wouldn't catch it at a glance. But for trained eyes, or even just someone curious enough to look twice, they were gold mines in disguise. By 2016, word had begun spreading in niche collector circles. Coin forums lit up. Numismatic clubs began trading these coins privately. Prices began to creep up. What was once a pocket change piece was now being valued in the hundreds. By 2020, some particularly clean examples with verified anomalies were fetching prices in the low thousands. Fast forward to today, and the demand has only grown. Why? Because most of these coins are lost to circulation. They were used and spent without thought. Unlike commemorative issues or special mint runs, this was a standard coin. People used them in vending machines, bought newspapers, paid for parking, and in doing so, wore them down. High-grade examples are few and far between. Even fewer carry the unique markers collectors hunt for. It's also about nostalgia. Many collectors, especially men in the 55 to 65 plus range, remember a time when coins were more than just currency. They were a connection to the past, a way to hold history. The 2008 South African 50 cents coin fits perfectly into that sentiment. It's a piece of recent history that feels distant enough to be collectible, yet familiar enough to strike a chord with those who grew up during the age of physical currency. There's also the global factor. South African coins are increasingly gaining international attention. With more collectors from Europe, North America, and Asia entering the market, values have surged. Online auctions have seen bidding wars for rare South African coins, especially those with verified rarity or unique traits. So what does this mean for you? It means you might be holding a small treasure without even realizing it. If you've traveled to South Africa, collected coins casually, or inherited old coin stashes from parents or relatives, you may have one. And if it happens to be in decent condition, or better, with signs of a minting anomaly, it could be worth far more than you ever imagined. Coin collecting isn't just about hoarding old currency. It's about understanding stories. The stories behind the design, the year, the politics, the people, and the production. It's about finding a thread that ties your memory to a moment in history. And every now and then, it's about stumbling across something rare that others overlooked. So, next time you're clearing out your drawers, organizing your safe, or flipping through your collection, keep an eye out. Look closely. That small, unassuming 50 cents coin from South Africa, dated 2008, could be sitting there waiting to be rediscovered. And here's the part that'll surprise you. The highest recorded value for a rare 2008 South African 50 cents coin with the right mint condition and unique variation? A stunning 4,500 US dollars. Yes, you heard that right. A 50-cent piece. $4,500. That's the kind of return that reminds us why we collect, why we preserve, why we share these stories. So if you haven't subscribed yet, now might be the right time. Because there's a world of value hidden in the everyday, and we're here to uncover it, one coin at a time. Thanks for watching, and happy hunting.